This is Pontchartrain in New Orleans, where efforts to clean oily tar balls from Lake Pontchartrain continue. 59-year-old Carol Rotello prayed the Gulf oil spill would spare the lake she's fished since she was a little girl.
I can't describe how bad we hurt to you. There's not words that I could even think of that could tell you how I feel right now. You know, I don't know if we can cope with this much longer.
But new fishing bans on the eastern side of the lake are forcing Carol, her husband, and their fellow fishermen to think about another way to survive.
You know, if I took your heart out your chest, could you live? Because that's what they did to us.
The Gulf flows into Lake Borgne and into Lake Pontchartrain through two main passes, the Wrigley's and Chef Mentor. Beyond that, it's 630 square miles of water bordering 6 parishes. Dozens of barges and miles of boom were put in place to block the oil, but they weren't enough.
Unfortunately, it's now reached past 4 pretty significant barriers. Now, it hasn't been a huge amount, but at least now we know that there's a pathway for it to get there. So we have to redouble our efforts. We have to keep fighting to keep it out.
In the 1990s, after 3 decades of heavy pollution, Lake Pontchartrain underwent a major restoration and rebirth.
It was a great community success story for the region.
John Lopez is a coastal scientist. He says so far the oil's environmental impact on the lake is minimal, but it's hitting in other ways.
For the million people that live around the lake, this is like the oil coming in that backyard.
The oil that had up to now fouled only the coast is now inland, further than anyone ever expected. Pontchartrain, NBC News, New Orleans.